Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to Supersize Your Business. Today, I'm going to encourage you to use this simple 7-step emotional thoughts and beliefs identification and handling process to supersize and grow your business. Why? Because we are first and foremost, as are our customers and every other human being on the planet, emotional beings. We react or we respond emotionally first, and then we justify it with reason. We do it, whether we believe it or not. We absolutely positively do it. I experienced it this morning. I totally did it. I followed the 7-step process, and I feel much better and much more balanced than prior to using it. Well, why the heck do we even want to consider thoughts and beliefs, especially emotional thoughts and beliefs, when we're working on building and growing and supersizing our business? Number one, it improves our emotional intelligence. It enhances our mental health and well-being, gives us greater authenticity so we can show up as we really are as an organization, and people are attracted to that. The right people are attracted to that. It helps us to build stronger relationships, and it empowers our decision making. All things we want to give us competitive advantages in growing and building and supersizing our business. So what is this simple 7-step process? Let me share it with you since I got to practice it this morning. And I'll give you an example of someone's application of it. Not my own, because I shared that in the Be a Better You annual challenge. But step one is to create a safe and reflective space. Somewhere where you can go. Maybe you just go in the bathroom and hide in a bathroom stall. Definitely done that at work before in corporate America when an emotional, triggering, and challenging thing happened. Go for a walk. Go step out in the parking lot. People used to have smoke breaks, but I don't think they do that anymore, and I never smoked. But I would just sometimes go outside and let the sun shine on my face and be in a quiet, safe spot to reflect on the situation that was currently unraveling or happening in front of me or had just happened. Second step is to spot emotional triggers. What emotions are being triggered? Is it fear? Is it sadness? Is it doubt? Is it worry? Is it rage? Is it shame? Is it embarrassment? There's so many different emotions that we have, right? But if we name the emotion, that really helps. Ask yourself questions like, what just happened? What just happened that triggered this emotion in me? What emotion did I feel or am I feeling right now? And what did I tell myself in the moment to feel that emotion? Because guess what? I told myself, this is all my fault. And I was worried about the situation. Thirdly, track patterns behind the feeling. And that's what I did. I said, okay, what's behind this? Why do I feel like this is my fault and my responsibility? After identifying your trigger, you want to dig deep and beneath the surface to find out what the recurring emotional thought behind it is. Mine is, hey, I need to be responsible, and when things don't go as planned, it's my fault. Okay, really? And then ask yourself, what do I have to believe to feel this way? What does it take to make me feel this way? Learn this process and a similar process from Tony Robbins literally decades ago and still use it today, or steps of it today. And like anything else, I mix and mash things that I've learned over the decades, and I make those processes my own. For example, if I felt rejected because somebody cancels an appointment with me or a luncheon or even a social event, I'd have to believe that, and I choose to believe I'm not important, that, and then I would feel bad about that and unloved or whatever. Okay, we're going to get to it. We're going to challenge it in a couple of steps. I have to, or I don't have to. This is the step. Step 4 is a step I often skip because I'm trying to hurry through the process and decision making. But if we identify the origin story, where did this come from? Where did this belief come from? Who made me feel this way first? What event taught me this belief, this feeling? If we can identify where it began, we can go back and challenge it and realize that, yeah, that happened when I was 4. Does it really apply now? Probably not. That's step 5 of the process. Challenge the validity of the belief and the feeling. Is a belief always true? Is it? Is this thought and belief always true? The answer is almost always no to that. I can't think of very many situations where something is absolutely always true. What evidence do I have that proves that my belief in this situation is wrong? And would I say this to someone I love? Would I say what I'm saying to myself to somebody I love? Absolutely, positively not. So that's how we know that it's not valid. Step 6, replace and reframe. We want to reframe the belief that we're having. Mine, for example, was I take responsibility for things that are outside of my control, which is absolutely other people's reactions and behavior And that's just ridiculous and futile. I can only control my own reactions. I can't control anybody else's. And I shouldn't let other people's reactions trigger me. Often I'm not good enough can be reframed as I'm growing every day and worthy of love. I always fail or I make mistakes can be I'm learning through every experience. Guess what? We are all human. Every single person on the planet makes mistakes. I don't care who you are. You've made mistakes. You haven't done everything right the absolute first time. So why would any of us expect ourselves to be perfect and right? Because there's no such thing as perfect. And then finally, 7, enforce the new belief, the new thought and belief by using repetition and action. You can use daily affirmations. That's my personal favorite. Visualization, another one of my favorites. You can journal it. You can use EFT, emotional freedom technique, and tapping. You can use somatic experiencing, etc. There's tons of apps and things that you can use to reinforce your learning. There's Insight Timer for guided meditation, Thought Diary to track automatic thoughts, Mind Shift CBT, which is a free anxiety support. I use the Believe app from Victoria Gallagher. It's got visualization, hypnosis, meditations, courses, all kinds of cool things in it, and I love it. I've been using it since her precursor of that, so probably 4 or 5 years now, and then I switched the day that she made it available, and I've been on it every single day since. And we'll probably be on it every day unless I have a 24-hour thing that happens and I lose track of my count, but I'm on it every day because it's so beneficial to me. So let me share somebody's story. Let me pick Jamal's story. I need a magnifying glass. Jamal went from success will make me a target to it's safe to shine and be myself. His trigger, Jamal sabotaged job interviews and hesitated to apply for promotions despite his qualifications. Culturally, he believed, and the belief he identified was reflecting on his fears. Jamal realized he believed, if I succeed, people will resent me. This stemmed from being bullied in school for academic excellence. And it's really interesting how many things that we track back, especially emotional thoughts and beliefs, spiritual thoughts and beliefs, mental thoughts and beliefs, to something that we were very young, not even actually realizing that it created this underlying belief and thought pattern that we repeated sometimes hundreds of thousands of times to become a limiting belief in our life right now. In his transformation, Jamal reframed his belief to success allows me to uplift others. He surrounded himself with supportive peers and began mentoring others. He eventually launched his own consulting firm, channeling his success into impact and community growth. So many stories of people like this. And it all stems from being willing to be more self-aware and realize that in order for our organizations to grow and build and supersize, or for us to even start or create an organization or a business of our own, we have to be in a place where we are comfortable with knowing we're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to have emotional outbursts, but we can learn from each and every one of those to be a better version of ourselves, which is what this year's challenge is all about. All right. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I challenge you today, when you have some kind of an emotional trigger, to run through the 7-step process for your business and see if you don't come up with a better option, a better result than you would if you just dealt with it in a reactionary way. All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.